Tim, we have made it to 1:06 p.m. 1
Is it
o'clock.
106?
Yeah, we've already made it to 1 o'clock. I'm eating into your break time, my friend.
I like how you slipped in the word already.
Yeah.
Still a lot to go. There's still a lot to go, and that's also good news because there's still a lot of time to give, a lot of time to sign up for those things that we've been talking about. That's your time, talent. Sign up, be part of a chapter group, be part of a chapter meeting, and then of course, if you can give your treasure, we would of course love that today because we got the match. We got the match.
We do.
This is the time, dude. Get the match. Do we have a current number by chance? Do you know, Leigh?
We are closing in on $6,000. Let me run some numbers.
Gotta move, guys.
But you, sir, I promised you a break. I promised you a break. So,
I better, right? Yeah, stretch
a little bit, move your legs a little bit. Maybe go to if you don't have to go to the bathroom, you're not drinking enough water. That's mom.
True. That's true.
My mom advice for you right now: drink up.
All right.
Get yourself a little break. Get a
I'll go dark, and then what? You got. I
got Beth ready to go. So B team coming up. Me and Beth. So I'm going to bring Beth in.
All right. It's like a line shift in hockey, Neil. If you're still watching.
You skate off, Beth will skate in. We're going to keep this thing rolling because we are not stopping until 9 o'clock tonight.
Oh my God, 9 o'clock.
8 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
7 my time, man.
7 our time. I just expanded you 2 hours.
Yeah.
Apparently,
see how that happens? All right. I'll leave you guys to it. Thanks.
All right, you go take a
have a good break, Tim.
Thanks.
hey there, Miss Leigh.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing? Sounds like an amazing morning.
So far, it's been absolutely amazing. We've had a stellar lineup of guests, just sort of one after another. We had a lot of heavy hitters this morning. We heard from a lot of clinical and biopharmaceutical researchers, and it's been pretty awesome. It's been pretty amazing. So we've got.
I've been eavesdropping on you guys, and you're right. Just the level of the people that we have working for us. And the things that they are doing for us just completely blows my mind.
Right?
We got a bunch of pros on our team. We got pros.
I know. It's like the all-star team here, man. And
right.
I just love it. I loved hearing from Catherine about how she came to Roche with this in mind. That was pretty fabulous.
Well, and the surprise to me was, she said there's several initiatives going on. And
oh, how exciting.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
It's just all big news, and then you hear, you talk to Scott Harper and, how he got started and what he's working on that could be just a game changer, could be a cure as well. And then we talked to the folks with Alex from Epic Bio, talk about the little engine that could. They've got something that they think could really be a game changer, and they just said, we're going to go get the funding, $55 million, open up a new company, and let's go get her done.
It just it's crazy. I was looking at the comments on the live stream, and Ashley came on when she said that, and she says, yes, one and done. That's what I like to hear, that one and done.
Exactly. Let's get her done. Right.
Let's get her done. One and done.
It's exciting stuff. So I love days like today. I get to do this twice a year, both for the walk and with Giving Tuesday. And I love bringing the community. I love the sense that we get, she didn't mention it, but Catherine is not, it's nighttime where she is. She's not in the US. She is, I think, in Switzerland. I'm not entirely sure. She's not here.
Yes. Yeah. So, and that's where Roche is located, right?
Yeah. So she's over there. And so we got people from around the globe jumping in and taking part, and all over the United States. And it's this awesome, magical melting pot of people that, you go from leading researchers to, an actress, or
right.
to just an awesome, just human in Bob, who says, I'm just a guy, living in Columbus, Ohio with my wife who's running the chapter, but yeah, I'm going to be in research. And he didn't tell you, Elle, that I know he was chatting with me about the other day, just the drives and the commitment that he's made to being involved and being a part of it and doing his part.
Yeah, we are very grateful to the Bobs of the world who donate their time and their dedication and all of that. We wouldn't be where we are without the Bobs in the world. So thank you,
exactly
Mr.
right.
Miller. Thank you. Thank
exactly
you.
Right.
And Neil, speaking of, world travelers up in Canada there, he lives up in Calgary. He is the driving force behind the build out of our Canadian expansion. So I've just been talking over the past few weeks with some folks that are ready to take charge and become volunteer leaders up in Canada. We've got actually Neil's family members, his daughters will be leading the Alberta chapter that will be starting up soon, with, if not before the end of the year, definitely at the beginning of the year. And then we're talking with our friends in British Columbia who will be starting an official chapter there. And everyone's just so excited just to hop on board and to make sure that, like Neil was talking about, that we have access to everybody, and we're starting this program, kind of a proof of concept, as we're calling it, to roll out access for Canadians. So that's really exciting.
It's very exciting. Part of what I love about it too is just that one of the reasons I joined the team at the FSHD Society a few years back is because of the collaborative nature of everybody, right? And so I love the fact that when we've got something that we think can help somebody, whether it's in Canada or China or Bolivia or Italy, wherever you are, if we've got something we've worked on or built up and we can say, here, let me help you. We just hand it over, right? So we don't, we have no pride of authorship on the work that we do. We want to make sure that patients everywhere get access to education, support, can take part in the research, and when therapies come, they have access to them, because that's a really big issue. That something could be, Neil talked about it this morning, you were just talking about it. Somebody, therapy could be approved in the US and it could be proven to slow or stop the progression of the disease. And some of our family members across the globe might not get access to it because there's and that is heartbreaking to think about. And so we've started working on that now. And it's just like, hey, if this can be helpful for you, here you go.
Well, and that's a big focus, a little bit of the FSHD World Alliance that we kind of are shepherding there. We've got members from all over the world. I think now maybe 24 countries are involved now. And so the big focus over the next year or two probably are going to be providing access across the globe and educating the people that are members of that alliance on how to do that in their home country. And so that's really exciting. I mean, that's a big undertaking, but by gosh, we're going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, some of our member groups in the World Alliance are one person volunteering and representing their entire country. Yeah. And to me, that is, I'm not afraid to jump in the deep end on something and get going, but I don't know that I'd be, feel up for the task of picking up the mantle and helping my entire country. And that's what these folks are doing. They're managing their own careers, their own lives, their own FSHD, but they say, I want to have an impact for everybody else in country. And so not all of the organizations around the globe are that way, but a whole lot of them are. It's one or a few people. And so anytime we have an opportunity to just help them, their load be a little lighter, I'm all for it. And it's been really rewarding for me to start to join in some of those meetings and get to know some of the folks around the globe and the work that they're doing. And, this is not the FSHD Society coming in and planting a flag and taking over. I mean, that's not at all what we're about. We're about help and support and a hand up. And we also learn. We learn so much from them. So they have so much to offer, and everyone brings their skills and talents and their expertise to the table. And so sometimes we're the recipient of the things they have to teach us. And sometimes we've got things that we say, here, don't recreate the wheel. We'll just hand it over and help you out. And so you can help your patients and countries. So.
Right. I love being part of those meetings, just the brainstorming that goes on, and like you said, just learning from it. It's like, the woman in Israel says, that's not actually how it happens in Israel. So I'm going to need to think about that. So as a team, the World Alliance brainstorms on her behalf and helps to figure out, how to solve a particular problem in that particular country. So it's just, anyway, I wanted to bring up the Alliance because I think it's just a cool camaraderie, a global camaraderie that's going on that, FSHers across the world are together on this. And I just think it's a neat thing. It's just amazing.
Yeah, that sense of community is
Who else did you guys talk to? Who else did Tim talk to? Oh, Madison
Oh my
Ferris.
gosh.
You know, when you said that you were almost brought to tears when you saw her play on Broadway, and then to meet her later in life and find out that the disability that she had was FSHD, like, is that a little bit of serendipity or what?
I just can't get over it. I mean, I am a theater person, but I've only seen shows on Broadway, 3-4 times in my life. And so what are the odds that I would go see that show before I even started working here? It had such an impact on me. Her performance had such an impact on me. And then I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Now flash forward, I work here and there she is. Like, that's pretty amazing to me. And we'll actually hear a similar story later today when Danny Kurzman and Max Adler are some of our guests coming up later today. And Danny is an entrepreneur and a screenwriter, wrote a film called Good, Bad Things. It's a feature film that centers around a character with FSHD and their journey. And there's a really interesting story. I don't want to steal his thunder, but come back later today. When is Max on? Max is on at 3:00 Central. And he tells a great story of how he ended up, connecting with those folks and ended up, being on, has a part in that movie that's going to come out later in mid 2023. But I think the thread that goes through all these stories, right, is how we're all so interconnected.
Yeah.
We like to think about how the world is so huge and there's millions and millions of people and, what impact can I have? Or I'm just one person. Or my favorite donation is when I pull the report for today and somebody gave $1. Like, I love it. I love it. There's this interconnectivity of all of us. And when we all are willing to put ourselves out there and to walk in our truth and, bring what we have to bear, however big or little it is, your best thing is your best thing and it matters. Right.
Right.
When we're all willing to be in and be a part of it, magic happens. I believe that. I think magic happens. And it's really awesome to be a part of it. And there's this connectivity to all of us, no matter where we are.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking back to Madison when she was talking to Tim, and she said something that I actually wrote down because I thought, wow. And he was kind of getting at was it more difficult to pursue an acting career, with, the FSH, with the disability, with the weakness and, the naysayers out there, you can't do this and all this stuff, find a job that you don't have to move and you can sit behind a computer or something like that. But she's like, you know what, if you love something, just pursue it. Right. Yeah. I mean, get on it and leave the naysayers behind and you'll figure out a way. And
that's exactly
so
right.
I wrote that down. Yeah, I wrote that down.
I think that's totally
that was just
right.
a fabulous
and
message.
I think it's an excellent message. And it's one I think all of us can take to heart. I think the FSHD community absolutely can and should take that to heart. I think about all the patients who talk to us about, oh, my doctor told me, I got diagnosed years ago and they said, just go home and don't move too much. We don't really know, but don't exercise. We think it might be bad for you. And now we have this Feeling Fit group. Frank's going to be on later to talk about it. The patients have led the way. They have figured out that the right load level of movement and exercise is beneficial. There's not researchers back in a lab that went and figured that out. The patients figured it out. Somebody said, that doesn't sound right to me. I'm going to try something. And now we know, we know there are patient after patient after patient says, I am better. I have maintained some muscle. I've gained some movement back. They're leading the way because of the knowledge that they have and because they were willing to put themselves out there and try something. And that, to me, is such an important message. I really hope everybody hears is that patients hold the power. You are smart. You have a sense of ownership over who you are and what you can do. If you want to go be an actress, go be an actress. If you want to figure out how to do Qigong, don't know if I said that right, find a way and then teach other people how to do it. You look at Renee Becker, and she said, you know what, I think we need a support group just for women. And now we have one, Women on Wellness. And there are people all across the US and beyond that are saying this group of women where we have a safe space to talk about issues unique to us as women, that has changed my life for the better.
Yeah.
that's the power that everybody has to make a difference. And so I hope today is encouraging to people, to find what's their thing. And if you're not sure what your thing is, chip in a little, throw a couple bucks in the coffer, because know that we'll come around and lift up somebody else while you try to figure out what yours is.
Or contact me and I will figure out a way.
That's exactly right. We will help you figure it out. We're really good at helping people identify their strengths and their
time, talent, and treasure.
and it's really fun to talk to folks like Tim, welcome back, and say, when this all started because he said, I really like podcasts and learning, and he was having a chat with June, and flash forward, now we have this amazing podcast. We put out 2 episodes a month. We talk to these phenomenal guests. We do special shows like today and on Giving Tuesday, and amazing things happen. Flash forward because you just expressed some interest. So
yeah, and then of course the walking room.
Awesome.
That was not on me. That was some brain child in your office.
Maybe. But speaking of June, I think not right now, but I think she's on the guest list for this afternoon.
June is actually we got Lisa Ackerman from Avidity, and then June. So coming up.
That's fantastic. So. Great. Well, I will leave you guys to it. It sounds like we're going to get right on it right away with Lisa from Avidity. They've got some great things coming up in the pipeline. So that's very exciting.
It's like one exciting hit after another today.
I know. Bam, bam. So have a great afternoon, you guys. I'll be stalking you from my browser window.
We want everyone stalking, sharing, chatting, be a part of it. Do it. Thanks,
all right, guys. Good luck.
I'll see you at Tim's next break.
Yes, I will see you at the next break.
All right.
Sounds good.
Bye.